My attitude and approach to life is what I've signed every email and every communication I have sent out in the last 12 years. Love, light, laughter. Ganapataye Namaha. Ganapataye Namaha. Music was the way I found myself. In the tradition of music that I studied, when you spend so many hours working with a teacher, you're really not trying to get anywhere. You're focused on the perfection of the note. You're really trying to focus on the points of where the note is actually produced. What that forces you to do is that it forces you to shed all extraneous thought and simply stay in the quest of the note. And that is the Indian tradition. So that focus, the more and more you do it, on the one hand, of course, it develops your technical perfection, but a much bigger byproduct is that all these extraneous thoughts that crowd our heads, I'm not good enough, I can't do this, I'm good, I'm bad, this grand central station of emotions that runs through our heads with ideas, that simply starts falling away. And then you access this amazingly abundant source within you. And the answers are all right there. The music is right there. It's not my music, it's the music that's sort of that I'm allowed to access. And that's what this exercise made me do, this intense practice. It started out as a music practice, but it evolved into a very deep spiritual practice. It became a form of meditation for me. Surya Koti Sabaprabha Nirvignam Kurume. Shivoham, the quest. Shivoham means I am the light. So the quest that I had was to find out this light in me, to find the light in me. And so the whole album is a musical expression of my 20-year journey towards the light. And a lot of what I put together in Shivoham, the quest, which is composed of 3 movements. The first movement was an intense expression of the yearning. I yearned for something more. I yearned to understand what was success. I yearned to understand what made me happy. And so the whole first move, and I yearned to find God, or whatever that name was, whatever that spirit was. That was the first movement. The second movement was an intense searching, and as part of that searching, I used several ancient Sanskrit mantras, and some of these mantras have very profound meanings. For example, these 5 syllables, Na Ma Shi Vaya, mean earth, water, space, fire, and ether. Those are the 5 elements that our bodies are made of, that all our emotions are made of, that the planet is made of. So continuous chanting of these mantras, of these 5 syllables, is said to purify the body. And so I started to use many of these very ancient traditions to express my intense search for the light, whatever that light was. The second mantra that I used, for example, was Om Namo Narayanaya. These 8 syllables are meant to be a harmonizing force while the cells in our body go through their 3 processes, that of destruction. As you know, billions of cells are being destroyed every day, and billions of new cells are being created, and then a whole bunch of other cells are being maintained. So the 3 processes are in much better harmony when you can chant this protection mantra, and so on. And I took those mantras and put them together with verses from the De Profundis, from the Bible, for example, which said, out of the depths I cry to you, O Lord, Lord, hear my voice. That is a beautiful verse from the Bible. And then I also used verses which I wrote to express in English what these verses, what these mantras were telling me. Lead me to the light, lead me to the truth, lead me to bliss. And then I also used, for example, in one of the songs, I used a poem from John Cardinal Newman, who was just declared a saint a few days ago. A poem which says, "Lead kindly light," which was an ancient mariner's poem, but that became the basis of saying that light is not something outside. That light is right inside me, and I need to use that light to face all my fears, shed all my fears, and find my own inner self. We are such magnificent, multidimensional, complete, abundant human beings. And it would be a great crime that if we didn't explore all these dimensions of ourselves. And part of exploring that, the arts are a very beautiful way to explore that within yourself. And we search, we think about success, we go through life thinking about other people's definition of what is success. We have to pause and think about that question in a very deep way. Nobody can tell us the answer. You have to experience it, and all the answers will come. But you have to take the time to ask the question. And the other message I'd like to leave is that we all learn reading and writing and arithmetic and all sorts of important trivia about the world we live in and the worlds that we don't even live in. But why are we here? We are here so we can be happy and make our corner of the planet a happier place, a better place. But we can't do all that just being miserable doing that. So we really have to find a way to make the world a better place and be happy doing that. That is what we have to figure out how. Each of us has to figure that out for ourselves. And if we don't, it would have been a wasted journey in this planet, in this life.
Surya Koti Sama